Hello friends, today we are going to thoroughly analyze what they are and why muscle cramps occur. We define exercise-associated muscle cramps as a spasmodic, painful, and involuntary contraction of the skeletal muscle that occurs during or just after exercise. Without origin in a metabolic, neurological, or endocrine pathology. In a medical report based on 12 years of injuries occurred during marathons, muscle cramps appeared in 6.1% of all the injuries occurred, with 1.2 cases per 1,000 participants. However, it seems that associated muscle cramps are a problem in other sports just as vigorous as the marathon. For a long time, we thought that muscle cramps originated from muscle dehydration or an electrolyte imbalance. The theory behind cramps is that the compartment housing the extracellular fluid is overstressed due to sweat, leading to a rapid loss of interstitial volume. Additionally, sweating can lead to a deficit of sodium, calcium, magnesium, chlorine, and potassium. All these effects are reasons to trigger a mechanical deformation of the nerve endings and increase the concentration of ions and neurotransmitters that lead to a state of hyperexcitability at the endings of the motor neurons, generating a spontaneous discharge. However, all the studies that support these theories have not demonstrated any cause-effect relationship. None of the study participants had muscle cramps despite having physiological serum or electrolyte losses from sweat. And why do muscle cramps only occur in working muscles? Or why can stretching immediately relieve muscle cramps? Fitness popularized the idea that muscle cramps occur due to a mechanical disruption of the motor reflex. In response to neuromuscular fatigue, especially in overloaded and tired muscles, creating an imbalance of the excitatory impulse towards the alpha motor neuron, this last impulse is what produces a localized cramp. This hypothesis is supported as skeletal muscle fatigue has been shown to reduce the inhibitory impulse of the alpha motor neuron from the Golgi tendon apparatus in the tendons, increasing the excitatory signal in muscle uses in animal models. It has also been shown that when a muscle contracts in a shortened position, there is a depressed signal from the GTOs located between the muscle belly and the tendon. This explains why stretches are the best and most effective tool for treating cramps. So, what are the risk factors for this neuromuscular alteration to occur? It seems that athletes have different thresholds to trigger a muscle cramp, which means that each one requires a different electrical stimulation to provoke a muscle cramp. Unfortunately, having a history of exercise-associated muscle cramps is a risk factor for developing future muscle cramps. Although the research is ambiguous on this topic, it seems that the family history of sports-associated muscle cramps and the specific appearance of the Callaghan gene can contribute to the onset of these cramps. In addition, men seem to develop this type of cramps more than women, which could be due to a higher ratio of fast muscle fibers in male subjects. In conclusion, researcher Badal demonstrated that high exercise intensity and duration carry a higher risk of producing muscle cramps. Additionally, it was found that athletes prone to cramps had a history of ligament or tendon injuries compared to those who did not have cramps. So, how can we prevent and avoid the onset of muscle cramps? Due to the limitations of electrolyte and hydration theories, the use of salt tablets, minerals, or magnesium-based dietary supplements lack scientific evidence. Certain promising research proposes exercise strategies such as working agonist muscles, for example, working the gluteus maximus to avoid hamstring muscle cramps. The use of kinesiotaping and compression bandages are therapeutic techniques that seek to create a circumvolution effect on the skin. This induces an increase in local blood flow, reducing pressure on the mechanoreceptors. Pickle juice, with a dose of approximately 1 mg per kilogram of body weight, contains a high concentration of salt and acetic acid, allowing the inhibition of the mechanism that generates muscle cramps. Hyperventilating while exercising helps prevent respiratory acidosis, again contributing to the prevention of cramps. Massage has also been shown to reduce the excitability of motor neurons and, above all, muscle stretching. this being the best tool to prevent and treat the onset of muscle cramps related to fatigue. You can find all the references that the video is based on in the comments. If you've made it this far, it's because you liked the video or it's been helpful to you. Now it's your turn to help me. Share it on your social networks so that together we can help all those who need it. Greetings, and I hope to see you in the next video.